Hi guys, this is Harvey of House of Forex Zimbabwe and Harvey Gold Forex, Harvey Forex. I'm just gonna quickly run through this tutorial to teach you a couple of um, on-the-go techniques, um, mainly shortcuts. Okay, so for example, this execution panel that allows you to execute a sell or a buy in real time. You can use Alt T. You hold down Alt and T at the same time. It has unhidden, and you can bring it back again by pressing Alt T. I'm just going to press Alt T again to hide it. Okay. Um, if you want to look at if you want to see these lines, these period separators, they're called period separators. For example, right now I'm on the M15 chart. That is the 15-minute chart, which means every candle represents 15-minute sessions. The open of that session, the close of that session, the high of that session, and the low of that session. Okay, that's what the 15-minute the candlesticks show. So where the period separator starts and where it ends is simply an entire day. So for example, you can see it's the 27th of July here, and it becomes 20th of July here, and here it becomes the 31st because it's actually a weekend. And just to notice, there's been a weekend gap here. Pays GBP USD, and you can use your crosshair to check how many pips did it drop. So this is where the price closed on Friday, and the price obviously opened here on Sunday evening, and it shows it's 127 points or 12.7 pips. Okay, so that's the gap that existed, or the jump that the pair had, and I was using my crosshair to check out that gap. Okay, now to remove the period separators, I press Control Y, and this works the same for MT4. If I want my period separators to come back, I press Control Y again. Now you will notice that these period separators are different for every time frame. If I put the H4, these period separators actually relate to an entire week. So for example, this is the week of the 3rd to the 6th, week of the 26th to the 28th. These are entire, because six H4 candles or 4 hourly candles will give you 1 day. So you actually have between this candle and that candle 20 candles, signifying, that should be 6 times 5, which is 30 candles, signifying the candles found in a week. Okay, and on the daily chart as well, you find that these are uh, period separators separating days in each month. So just a recap: it's Control Y, period separators gone. Control Y, period separators are back. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the M15. Okay, now I'm going to explain the rest of these lines. Now these are actually vertical, horizontal, and trend lines that you can use to mark out whatever you want to mark out on your chart. So for example, if I may start with horizontal line, I notice the price has been facing resistance here, and maybe I just want to mark out areas of resistance. I I just left click there, and you can see that the cursor has changed into a star with a line, and the line will appear exactly where the star or the pointer is. I'm going to put the line here. If I press Control B, a pop-up menu comes up. I can highlight this and go to properties, and I could make this line quite thick, and I could even change its color to maybe green. And if I press OK, the line that I actually drew has now changed to green. Now, if I come back again and I want to draw another horizontal line and mark it up here, you notice automatically the default falls to green. Okay, now if I want to manage these lines, I can press Control B again and get to objects, and I can highlight one, highlight and delete, or I could simply double click on the line, okay, and right click on the line and then delete, and it's gone, just like that. Okay, the vertical line obviously will mark out a vertical line. Maybe you wanna mark when the news will appear. So I'll come here and mark a line there, and I'll say, okay, the news will occur at 6:30 a.m. on the pound. I will press Control B again. I will highlight that. I'll go to properties. Maybe this time I don't want to look at this drop down menu of colors. Maybe there's a color I'm already like, and maybe it's beige. So I just write beige like that, but I won't be able to see. So maybe I'll use maroon, add, change the thickness, this time maybe to triple thick. Okay, and there we go. We've got our line thick in maroon. I can double click on it um, to highlight it. Then I can right click to delete, or I could press Control B and then go to the line again, properties. Maybe this time I don't want to do properties. Go to the line again and delete. Okay. The next one is a trend line. Um, so for example, this portion here, I can tell it's got an upward movement. If I take um, this part here and elongate it in this direction, as you can see, this is an MT5 trend line, default trend line. Okay, so I've got a trend there. I could put another trend here. Okay, trend line, not trend, sorry. Okay, and we will discuss trend lines soon. So we can see that this price is moving within this channel. It has broken the channel. It's gone up. Again, you can right click on that, and sorry, you can double click first to highlight it. You can see the dots have appeared, and then I right click. I can go to objects list, and Control B comes back up. It's the highlighted line. I can change it to delete. I can change it to purple. Okay, change its thickness. I normally like these lines a little thick so I can see. And there we go. I've only changed one and not the other. Now, I want to delete both these lines and show you the next line. So I delete. There we go. Notice there is a portion of undoing and delete. If I right click anywhere on this chart, I get another drop down menu, but it's a longer way of using it. So I'll just click on here, right click, undo. It brings back, and I have to right click again, double click, right click, and then delete it again. Now this is already double clicked. I just have to right click and delete. Now this channel here that we just deleted, we can bring it back. This is called the equidistant channel. So what I do is I just uh, put the lines where I think my channel is going to be, and voila, look at that. It already assumes for me where I want to put the channel. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect equidistant channel. I can double click on it and then right click on it, and I can go to control objects list. I can change its thickness to that, and there we go. We have explained almost everything here and just the relevant stuff. So thank you so much for getting tuned in. We'll explain more on the MT4, and hope this is exhaustive as possible. Thank you so much for getting tuned in. Happy trading.